This is my arrangement of Coventry Carol. I'm trying to record it with Sonny here, and he keeps getting in the way. Anyway, I'll play through it first, and then I'll talk through it. Hopefully Sonny will leave sometime during the performance. Not be too much of a bother. Here we go. Sonny, you're being so good. Come on. Okay, that's an arrangement I did a few years back, and to be quite honest, I didn't really work up to play because it was kind of difficult. And this year I decided to practice it and try and get ready, and I actually improved on the arrangement, which I'm going to update the sheet music so it'll reflect that. The third section there that has the bass run part, I changed the character of that. It's almost a little more Villalobos kind of thing going on there, but anyway, the start is this drone thing. Right here is a tricky part because the right hand is it's alternating between the A or the third finger, ring finger, whatever, and the first finger. And whenever I have the two B's together, the B on the third string and the open B on the second string, right there, I do it I am or first and second, but there's one time where you have to reverse that, and that's right here. Now I do it M, I, M, so I had this open string on the B to cover while I jump up with my little finger out of the position here, and then I come back down. That's the only hard part in this first section. So, and I don't think I indicate fingering on the sheet music. So just be aware that one little, when you hit the first finger on that E on the fourth string, then you do an M-I-M instead of I-M-I on those two beats. M-I-M, and that'll give you that note to cover as you jump. Then, and the other thing to think about in this is actually, you know, especially if you play any classical, the temptation is to try and take this faster because it really wants to go faster. Whatever, and but don't. I went that way when I was practicing, and I got going faster and faster, and then I remembered, you know, I mean, this is a lullaby for the innocent children that Herod had murdered in Bethlehem after Jesus was born, and they were fleeing to Egypt. So this is not a race. It should be done like a lullaby, and carefully and respectfully. So then the second half is coming into that's a tricky section for me. It was anyway. It might be for you. Once you get through that, the second variation is pretty easy. So you go to that B chord, just playing with the three fingers there. And then D, C, B, C, D, E minor, run up the, so you're running up that bass note. C, E minor, no, oh, D, and then the E minor with the, and then up to this diminished, and then slide down to diminished, and then you get these open notes here to give you a chance to grab this, kind of give us some vibrato up here. This D, then E minor, and then back to D, up to the E minor, D, C, B, the diminished. And here you do the E minor ninth, going into this bass run section. So you want to make a lot out of the bass part here. And I'm just getting all three of these strings. And here, watch the fingering there, it changes. And then the E minor, or no, B7. Come up the bass. Different finger here. Fingering there. Back to E minor. And then do the E minor ninth again. Here we're doing three strings on the seventh, starting on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So you play the 4th string, 3rd string, then the open 1st, and then the 7th fret of the 2nd string. So you're just doing this three, those notes right there with the open string. And then just an E minor and then a B7. And back up that bass run. And this one there's no frill, it just goes right. And then the last variation is simply block chords for the most part. So very somber with reverb. Or vibrato, I mean, not reverb. breaks out of the block chords a little bit. And back into the block. B. Now that ending is really, you really have to be delicate on that to get that to sound good. Notice the timing changes. Before we were doing whatever. So here you go. 1, 2, 3, and then you got to go from this chord to your E, which is played on like a D here, but slide it up 2 frets. But you have to use, instead of the first 3 fingers, you have to use the last 3 fingers. So you can reach down and get this B. Oh, thanks, Sonny. Yeah, deadened my strings. So I've practiced this a lot, coming from this diminished, getting up to that change, because that's a little tricky. There's no finger to slide on. So you have to take these last 3 fingers and kind of configure them into that D shape as you're going up. And you want to hold this note as long as you can to get the legato. And a way to kind of cheat on that is hit that bass string as you start to change, because you're doing an arpeggiation here. And that'll help tie that legato in. And then once you get this note, this E chord, let that ring a while, and then gently grab that B and a real soft strum. And going from this, you got to be real careful how you lift these fingers up. You almost want to start the strum again before you make the move. So I'm strumming as I move into that E chord. That helps cover, because there's some sound that I just can't get rid of. I don't know. If I ever record that, which I hope to someday, I'll have to really be careful on that. But anyway, that's the arrangement of Coventry Carol, and I'm going to get that updated. So if you go to my liturgical guitars website, well, I'll post the link to the sheet music. It's all free. Just go there and you can print it and download it, and I'll tweak it so it sounds more, tweak the arrangement this morning so it sounds more like what I just played rather than the original arrangement, which was actually harder to play. And so I kind of made it easier, but I made it better too. So enjoy. I think that's like December 28th. Is that the Feast of the Innocents? I believe so, but people play that all through the Christmas season anyway, so it would be fine. Christmas, you could even probably sneak it in a little bit in Advent. But anyway, lovely, haunting piece of music. Coventry Carol, Lulay, that little Chinese child. Okay, God bless.